Good evening, good evening. Today is Tuesday, September 13th, and it is now 7 p.m. Would like to call the Raymore Arts Commission meeting to order, please. If I could have a roll call.
Commissioner Jessica Berry.
Present.
Commissioner Bob Berry.
Here.
Commissioner Lauren Jones.
Here.
Commissioner Pat Setzer.
Present.
Commissioner Cole Young.
Here.
And Commissioner Wesley Anderson is absent. Randy Crumweedy is absent.
Okay, that does constitute for a quorum, correct? Okay, if we could all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All righty. It is good to see you all tonight. Albeit we don't have any public comments or presentations, we will move into committee updates. Bob, I will let you take it over with the Public Art Committee update.
Okay, thank you. We met primarily through email, and staff gave us the presentation for all the candidates that we could look at, and we were pretty much in agreement with the ones we were gravitating towards. We made a list, having learned from the last time and just picking one favorite. This time we had a first, second, and third. We were ready in case somebody had already been spoken for. So we got that all together, and Melissa and I had a quick meeting, made it official, and we have something to show you tonight. And that concludes my notes for the Public Art Committee.
All righty, any questions for Bob at this time? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We will move into staff reports. Melissa, I will let you take it over from here.
Thank you. Just want to run through some of the bigger sections of budget year to date, spent or allocated money. So public art allocated $8,000, which, $1,500 first to the artist number one, $1,500 to artist number two, and then the remaining $3,000 of it to be saved for splitting between those two artists at the end of their 2-year display of their public art, and then the rest of it held in restricted fund for, well, part of it will pay for concrete, which shouldn't be too much, and then held for maintenance just in case, but the hope is, of course, there's not too much maintenance and we can save that for public art in the future. Programming, we've spent just under $3,800 on. That's things like the prizes for last year's passports, our promotions for the arts classes we had earlier in the year with the studio down by Recreation Park, things like that. Summer scene, we spent $4,900. And concerts and security, we have spent $6,320, so that brings the total money $22,998. That's more than your $20,000 budget, but I am using an additional funds from my budget for the public, for the performance art. So we're fine, but don't worry, we won't have any issues with scrambling on what to spend at the end of the year. And our fiscal year is coming to a close. So I would like to propose that we have an October work session, if that is okay, to go over basically our plans for 2023 and a quick overview of the remaining events for 2022. We have 2 bands playing on Friday night, September 30th at Hawkridge Park. I hope the weather's great. It's going to be a good show. One of the bands was just named the best local band in Missouri by Missouri Magazine, and they seem to have pretty good followings. I'm thinking about getting the Minsky's truck out there potentially, and maybe giving away 50 free slices of pizza or something like that to entice people to come out. Also, I'll have to check and see availability. Don't worry, that'll come out of my budget, not yours that you've already spent. And then we, of course, we roll right into the holidays with the holiday sing-along. That is the first Monday of December at the St. Paul's Church, and it'll be our, is it 5th year, Pat? I think fifth year for that. And the mayor's tree lighting, and then we look toward the new year. So it's pretty crazy, but that's where we are. I would like to also add that the Raymore Arts Commission has once again been thanked in the acknowledgments of local art, author Christina J. Thompson's book. So a couple years ago, she came out with the second book in this Ration series. Thanked the Arts Commission for their support. She released her first book at Summer Scene in 2019. And then a special thanks to Dr. Thomas E. Moore and the Raymore Arts Commission for supporting my work. So we made it to the acknowledgments, so that's really nice. She's actually in Texas right now for the next 6 weeks fighting ovarian cancer. She was just diagnosed very sudden and a surprise, and she's only 36. So if you have wanted to check out her books, now is the time to buy them and help support her. You can get them from her sister, who is the gluten-free baker at the Raymore, or at the farmer's market, just through September on Tuesdays, or go to her Facebook page and you can buy them digitally online too. And that concludes my report.
Did anybody have any questions or comments? Thank you, Melissa. We will move right on to the consent agenda. The only thing we have on tonight's consent agenda is actually the meeting minutes from July, since we didn't have a meeting in August. It's just the minutes from July. So if I could get a motion to approve.
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Carries unanimous, 5-0, 2 absent. Thank you guys. We have no unfinished business at this time, but we will, however, move into new business. The very first item being the temporary public art at the Eagle Glen Trail. So it sounds like you guys have made a recommendation, and so we will move into that. Do we need to do a motion first, or?
You can do a motion first and we can discuss after
Okay.
the motion's made.
If I could have a motion
So moved.
and a second, please.
Second.
Okay, any discussion, any questions or comments? I know, Jessica, you obviously are part of the committee, so you were a part of selecting. Cole, did you have any questions?
No, so just to confirm, it's right there kind of on, just right north of the Google Elementary.
It's actually across the street from the elementary. It's on the trail is on the southeast corner.
Okay.
Mhm.
I was just trying
There's kind of a big open grassy spot.
to great, I think it's a good spot, very high traffic.
Okay, I don't have any questions, so since we do have motions, I will ask everybody for their approval by raising up your right hand. Carried unanimous, 5-0, 2 absent. Next piece of business is the community sing-along event, which would allocate $800 into actually next fiscal year's budget, scheduled obviously for December 5th at 3:30 p.m. So if I could get a motion to approve, please.
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Okay. If you would vote by raising up your right hand. Carries unanimous, 5-0, 2 absent. Third piece of business is changing the start time of our Arts Commission meetings and work sessions. Staff proposes that we move our meetings to 6 instead of 7. If I could have a motion, please.
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
Any questions?
Right now, that the proposal is to have it before the meeting, but if there's another time that you all can work out that would work better, if it's hard for you to get here by 5:30, we can talk about that, because we haven't really had a set time for a public art committee meeting in a very long time. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
That would be my guess as well. If we were going to move it to 6, then public art would be 30 minutes before, and we would get that done and then go right into the overall meeting. That way, we're all just one and done. And
But is that difficult for you, Pat?
It can be close.
Could be close.
Okay.
Okay.
no, that's good to know. 'Cause,
And it can be, as long as there's 48 hours notice also, we can change it to a different time. But
yeah. Here's a quick question. let's say there's there's a time that it is difficult, is there a way for the committee to meet after the commission?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And we can always, we just need to post the time of, not that we've ever had anybody from the public come to one of those meetings, but what we need to do is we can post a time. We can always start the meeting after the posted time. That's not a big deal. We cannot start a meeting before the posted time. So if we want to say that the meeting is at 6:30 after our 6 p.m. meeting and our meeting goes long and it starts late, that's fine. If our meeting is 15 minutes long, we really need to wait till 6:30 to start that meeting. So
And it's my understanding, now this is happening like everybody's trying to move their meetings to 6, from 7 to 6. Is that right?
the park board has already moved their meetings to 6 o'clock. The Planning and Zoning Commission is on track to move theirs, maybe not by October. So council moved theirs and then they changed their mind and moved it back to 7. But all of the boards and commissions are at 6 o'clock or moving that way.
And this will go into effect next month.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless you make a motion to propose a different date for it to go into effect.
Any other questions, comments, concerns? Okay, all those in approval, please raise your right hand. Carries unanimous, 5-0, 2 absent. Next order of business is our 2022-2023 meeting schedule. As always, we typically meet the second Tuesday of each month. And so Melissa has prepared an official schedule for us for our actual meeting dates. So I don't know that you actually need to read those. If you guys just kind of want to scroll, or if, because the main thing is they're going to stay the same every second Tuesday of the month. So, I mean, we could all kind of look at our calendars and figure it out. If not, she did put it with the agenda that she sent out. So I hope you guys have just had time to kind of do a quick review. If I could get a motion to approve.
So moved.
And a second, please.
Second.
Any questions, comments, concerns? Yes, sir.
Just one question, and I think I asked this last year too. We have a June meeting on the calendar. Typically, we don't meet in June. Is that just in case we need it, correct?
Right. I think usually we're just so done seeing each other from summer scene, right?
Right. I was just confirming that.
Yeah, we generally don't need to. I mean, we can see, but if you need to plan your vacation for June, Cole, that's fine.
No, I just was
Yeah, we usually do cancel it in June. You are correct.
right. Perfect.
Anything else? Okay, all those in favor, please raise your right hand. Carries unanimous, 5-0, 2 absent. Last and certainly not least, it is time for us, according to our bylaws, to nominate and elect a new chair and vice chair. A simple majority is all that is necessary. So, Melissa, I will let you take over.
Okay, so Lauren and Bob, thank you very much for serving. They have been in their positions for 3 years, so it's time for, they can serve in a different position, but they can't stay the same. So I just will take nominations and we will vote on the new officers. Does anybody have a nomination for anybody?
I would like to nominate Bob Berry for president.
No.
Chair, president, sorry.
Does anybody have any other nominations for chair? Okay, does anybody have a nomination for vice chair?
Nominate Lauren Jones for vice chair.
Okay, any other nominations? Okay, we will take a vote. Vote for Lauren for chair. If you agree, raise your hand. I'm sorry, vice chair. So have it. All right. And Bob for chair. Vote if you agree. All right. And there we have it. So next month is a work session, but after that, we'll have a different arrangement of seating up there, and Bob, you'll be in the middle. All right.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Bob, congratulations, sir. We will move into commissioner comments. Ms. Setzer, I will lead with you tonight. Ms. Berry?
I just want to say I'm super excited about this piece. I hope it's available to go in by Eagle Glen.
I did check with the artist. He's on board. It's available. So yes, we will have it in October at some point.
That is excellent.
Mr. Young?
Just, very short meeting, but we got a lot accomplished and a lot of important things that kind of are the staples, I think, of the Art Commission, the sing-along, new public art, and congratulations to Bob, our new chair. And thank you, Melissa, as always.
Mr. Berry?
Well, I'm going to echo the thank you to staff, and a big thank you to Lauren for these past 3 years. I think I put it in an email. It's been quite a steady hand during these turbulent times, and I really appreciated it. Also, I want to thank everybody here for just working through all this. This has been a whole bunch going on, and it's nice to see us be the group that Lauren always knew we were. And lastly, I want to talk to staff a little bit about these passports, because we got rave reviews at the city council meeting, and they seem to all mention that passport. So you might be stuck doing this at least one more time. I promise we will push it out there faster and harder if we do it again. But if you want to make a magnet, we can do that too. I'm just saying. Some people really loved it. Thank you.
I will not be a repeater. Again, Bob, congratulations. Melissa, as always, thank you. As we prepare for October, be prepared. We've done a lot of great things, and I think staff is behind us as we want to go bigger. So I would encourage you all, as we prepare for October's work session, to really think big, and don't be afraid of the cost. We can kind of work through things. We can ask city council for some support if we need it, but don't let your creative minds be shortchanged for price. Okay, if there are no other comments, then I move that we adjourn this meeting. If I could have a motion, please.
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Carries unanimous 5-0. Guys, thank you. Be safe. Have a good evening.